Take a deep breath. Good morning, friends. I think I missed going live yesterday. I'm not really sure. I can't even remember. Here we go. Okay. What do you think about rest as a discipline? Do you think it's a discipline? I'm just curious what you think because here I am. And for the first time in my motherhood, my twins are 8, and my youngest daughter is 6. For the first time, all of them will be gone all day at school for the first time. So I think that yesterday somebody asked me what I was going to do with that time that I now had. And I've been thinking about it, and I've got my wheels are turning in my head for sure about all the productivity that I can get done in that amount of time if I have a plan and I'm focused. I guarantee that I'm going to be doing that. Okay. Anyways, this is going to be a short chat because it's really just something that's on my mind that I haven't really thought about before, but how hard it is to actually give yourself permission to rest. And so when somebody asked me about that, my first thought was, I've got a lot of stuff I need to get in order at my house that I just haven't seemed to find the time to do. Obviously, when you want something, you make it happen. That's just really how it is. Just think back to when you were in high school and you were ready to move out because you just were ready to make all the decisions for yourself. You're ready to go have a go at it without any, that you would be accountable to yourself and you would have responsibility. You likely did not, I mean, unless you have a certain specific personality that's very organized and very detail oriented, you probably weren't thinking, at least I wasn't thinking, about the cost of living, how you were going to make it work. All you were thinking, this is going to be awesome, I'm going to move out, because that's what you do at 18. That's kind of where my mind was. And I somewhat missed that mind of my own, because the truth is that when you start to have more responsibility, you start to kind of get dull a little bit in your faith, right? Responsibility can dull your faith if you don't actively work on it, if you don't intentionally look at it and press yourself to believe for things that you can't make happen yourself. If you are like me and you feel like, at least you feel this way, okay, I don't know that it's necessarily 100% true. It might just be like a this might just be the way that my mind thinks, but I always think there's room to grow, number one. And I always think that I have not arrived. So whenever I see people around me, I'm usually thinking they're so much better at whatever it is than I am. And I don't think that that's helpful in some ways. And in other ways, I think it is helpful, because the reason that it's helpful for me is that I actually reach for God's help. And I actually have a further understanding of my need for him to show up for me in those areas, or I'm not going to be able to do it. So some of that understanding or some of that belief system would actually push me into leaning on God more, because I still need to do that thing, or I want to have that thing, or that's the thing I'm required to do. And I need God to do it. Anyways, my point in this conversation is about rest being a discipline. I am feeling like, gosh, with my newfound freedom, or time in the day, freedom of time, I would say, freedom of time in the day, what I want to do with it is actually just lay around and do nothing for a time with not much going on, no conversations, and no talking. Silence. So anyways, I'm going to say that that's actually when I came home today, and that was my thought. I'm going to take 2 days to just rest. My thought went directly to all the things that I need to get done, all the productivity that I could be having in this time. And it occurred to me that it's going to take some discipline for me to actually rest my physical body and actually rest my mind. Part of rest comes through actively giving over your thoughts and your concerns to the Lord. And so it's not always just laying around or having silence or whatever, but you can find rest in daily living through continually renewing your mind in the Word and in the character and the nature of God, knowing that He's going to show up for you, and it's not all up to you to make something happen, or it's not all on you to be a certain way, but that God is going to meet you. Okay, so I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying be active in your faith and be disciplined in it. So that's like wisdom. Discipline is actually wisdom in the form of, I feel like, cyclic activity that forms good habits. I don't know. Did that make sense? Anyway, maybe too much thinking about it and not enough doing. So I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to actually go rest my eyes because my eyes are tired. My whole body is tired. This is something else that's crazy that happens. When you suddenly are released and you have freedom, you actually have a response a lot of times that you don't expect. It is like this. I suddenly felt exhausted, realizing that I was going to have time to rest. Anyways, okay, this is getting too long about this subject, but you guys have a wonderful day, and I want you to have permission to rest as well. If you're given time and you are tired, then do what's best for your body, because when it's time to get up and do the things and you have no choice about it, you will be energized to do it. You will have more success if you give yourself rest. Rest is success. Okay, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.